no one player is bigger than a club, and as much of a hammer blow as I think it would be if Fabregas left you guys this summer, because if he does leave, it won't happen till after the World Cup, and if he does leave, you could tell it's not going to be one of them deals that's going to be done in a day, and you can find a replacement within a month. This is going to be this looks like it might be that Cristiano Ronaldo style saga where it's protracted over weeks. And then by the time you lot get the deal done, say it's on the final day of the window, you ain't going to find no one as a replacement. I mean, everyone in the team, on a personal note, everyone in the team is replaceable. For every great player, there is another player who can be cultivated or brought in to replace them. But I would see Fabregas leaving as a hammer blow short term.
See, it's always going to be a hammer blow. But me personally, you lose Fabregas, it's going to be like losing Henry, losing Vieira, losing Overmars, losing Bergkamp. You can't replace them players. They are who they are. We ain't going to replace them. There's no way. If we lose him, we lose him. But the main thing is Arsenal's policy, Arsene Wenger's policy, from what I know and what I've always heard, is it's no players bigger than the club, but also if a player wants to move on, you got to let them move on.
When I think of the situation overall, I think Cesc Fabregas is 23 years old. He's a young man, so it's clear. I think we all know eventually in his career he will go and play for Barcelona, because obviously everything, the friendships he's got there, the family he's got there, he's played there, everything about his life has been from Barcelona. So it's evident that it's clear that he'll go there. If Fabregas gets to 25, 26, you still won nothing at Arsenal. Fair enough. I'd understand that, because you're coming into your peak years. You've probably got 5 years left at probably at the highest possible level to produce your best form. So I could understand you leaving them, but to leave now, to go to Spain at a young age, it could be detriment to his career. I just think that will Fabregas play every week? Will Cesc Fabregas play every single game like he does at Arsenal? They've got Xavi, they've got Iniesta, they've got Busquets, Keita, Torre. They've got a fantastic squad of players. And can Cesc Fabregas? Can he adapt to sitting on the bench, playing one game, bench again, and then he's in the team?
It'd be just like the situation in the Spain squad. Be exactly like that. You look at who's keeping him out of the Spain squad.
Exactly.
It's the exact same players.
I just think the best thing Cesc can do is stay at Arsenal, because he's still young, he's still got a lot to give, he can still improve. And at the end of the day, remember, I know that probably doesn't mean a lot in football anymore, but Arsene Wenger put him in a team at a very, very young age, showed a lot of faith in him. When Arsenal were already invincibles, he threw him straight into the team straight after that and said, I like you, I want you in my team. And ever since, he's not looked back, and now look. You can't turn around and say, I want to go. Okay, respect, you're going to go there one day, but Arsene Wenger's under pressure. You're the captain. We're building things around you. Stay at the club. We'll build around you more. And I know he's probably looking at the Barca team, seeing all their great players and thinking, I want to be a part of that. But you're still young, Cesc. So I do hope he stays. I personally believe he will stay, because I just think that.
No, I think he will as well.
I agree with you, but I don't want no unhappy people at Arsenal.
The key to it was if Cesc comes back into pre-season training, if his level of commitment and his desire and the quality still remains as high as it has been, then we haven't got a problem, because once that starts to wane, that's when you've got a problem. And if that does happen, then Arsene Wenger's going to have to say, look, Cesc, you're letting your game drop. These little things will come in, and at the end of the day,
you might see Fabregas this season say, all right, fine. I'll stay this year, but just keep it in the back of your mind that I am playing for my next move.
But my problem's not with
playing in the shop window like Aruna did that.
My problem's not with Fabregas playing one more season and wanting to stay for the last season and prove to the world that he is the world's greatest, so he should be at another team. My problem is that there's the social side to it. There's the newspapers. There's the constant media. There's the constant
newspaper.
But that's England.
No. But how much strain can a young guy like that take? He's had it since he was 16.
Yeah.
He's been exposed to this since he was 16, and then it's come on heavily since Thierry Henry left. Since the rumours that Thierry Henry was talking to him and telling him that maybe he should come over, when Thierry Henry first left. So I just see, look, Heleb went, Flamini went.
Well, the thing with
Yeah,
when Alex Hleb left, he left. You know, he left on similar reasons as well. Not obviously not the background with Cesc Fabregas wasn't the same to Hleb, obviously.
Yeah.
But Hleb didn't get in the team. Hleb played sparingly, and subsequently he's now back where he started. So.
Yeah, but my point
is
these players.
Stuttgart?
Yeah.
Well, my point is these players are leaving because they're unsettled. They're not leaving because Arsene Wenger's been ruthless like he was with certain other players and said, look, I just think they've come to their peak at Arsenal. They've passed their peak, and I need to get rid of them now.
Well, it's one of them. This is an interesting point actually. You don't want to become like
the feeder.
Well, exactly took the words right out of my mouth. But me and Gavin were talking about this earlier. You don't want to become just a glorified feeder club like Ajax. They used to be feared throughout Europe. Now look at them. They're just a glorified feeder club.
I remember reading a Guardian article once, and I specifically remember Peter Hill saying he doesn't mind it for a feeder club. His policy on the youth culture at Arsenal is once they make it through, pass that YTS, and they're good enough, and they get through to the first team squad, he's got a 5-year plan for them. And then if they want to leave after 5 years, he knows that they've come through the youth ranks, and the amount of money that they should be able to sell for, he's made a big profit on it. And that is the general philosophy.
Yeah, but that's running football like a business. But for the longevity of your club, you're not going to win anything with that sort of mentality.
Without looking at it in a bad way, like we don't want trophies. Arsenal is run like a true business. It's run like one of the best businesses in the game.